Hmm. Hey, Laura. I don't hear you, Julie.
Let's see. Can you guys hear me now?
Yeah.
All right.
Hmm.
Happy Monday, guys. It's March 18th, and Zena and I are excited that we get to lead while everybody else is on the boat from our team. So I'm excited for all of you guys that are here tonight. We have a lot of nuggets to share, and Zena has graciously offered to share everything with us. So I'm going to ask Zena some questions. If you guys have other questions or you want us to dig in, please raise your hand or just in the chat ask away, and we can kind of go through in more detail. But we thought we would start out by asking Zena, first of all, what is the thing that you do every morning, and what starts your day? And tell us a little bit more into your Zena world, because we all see how motivating you are, but we want to know kind of what goes through your world in the morning. We'll start there.
Oh, great. And this is our Motivation Monday.
Yes.
So that's like, I feel like my middle name. But the way I start my day, I pray. And I start my day with a lot of gratitude. And I thank God for all my blessings and all the gifts that I've been given. And then I ask God to show me what God's will is for me that day and how I can carry that out. And show me who is on my heart and who can I help today. And I start my day that way. And I then meditate. And when I meditate, I truly put my arms on my heart, my hands on my heart, and I ask who is on my heart today. And then I'm just quiet and I just let what comes through to just be there for me. And I just try to keep everything quiet and just allow what comes through for me to be true. And that's how I start my day.
Awesome. So what would you say, Zena, is what kind of makes you so motivated? What would you say gives you that fire, or what inside of you makes you so motivated?
Well, I'm just, it's in my blood. It's something that I've always had. Um, but what I think that, what my biggest, when I start my day, I just want to go back to starting my day because that's all part of this. Um, Let's go back to that and then I'll come to that. But I fuel my body. Then I exercise and I take care of me first. Mm-hmm. And that's number one, so that I can be there for other people. And then my biggest thing is I like to keep it simple. I eat the food, I talk to people, and I have fun. And that's what it's about for me, because when I stop having fun, I have to really take a look at what's going on, because I want to have fun in my life. And so that's it for me. And then when I go into my office, after all that, I go into my office, but I never go in without my water, because once I go into my office and I didn't bring my water, I get busy and I forget, and it just never, sometimes won't happen. So that's my first thing that I go in. My motivation is like in my core, it's in my blood. It's something that I have always had a vision for myself, and that vision, it just keeps driving me. I want to live my best life, and I know I can have whatever it is that I want. I just have to create it and visualize it, and that's what keeps me going, because I like to have a nice life. So I don't know if that answers what motivates me. But
definitely think that's helpful. I
mm-hmm.
think, I don't know about all of you guys on the call, but I think probably one of the hardest things about being a coach and being an entrepreneur is that you have seasons where you're extremely motivated, and then you have seasons where you may get discouraged, right? Raise your hand if you've ever been in a high or a low, right? So we all go through those seasons. And I think that's something that Zena and I want to, at the end of this call, help all of you guys understand there are things that we can do to fight. It's probably a mindset thing. It's probably an action step. There's a lot of different ways to work through motivation. If you're on a high, that's awesome. Keep riding the high, but there's going to be times where you may be at a low and you may be frustrated. What would you say to that, Zena? Or do you have cycles like that where even you as a motivated person, what do you do?
Well, I follow, as far as business, I follow the blueprint for success that we have been shown, like as far as our blueprint of the 3-3-3. So, people hear about that, and I heard about it for a long time and I didn't do it, but I follow that. And that is that's what I've heard is the way to success. And it's like a great avenue. So when I start my day after I get into my office, I always start with my 3-3-3, and it's like a check. I've done that. I did my 3-3-3. I've done my posts. I've talked to 3 people, and so I like to stay aware of what's going on. I like to stay present with, like, okay, where am I at? What do I need to do? I mean, I like to be focused, and then I can be patient, because a lot of everything is, I mean, we need to be patient along the way and not get frustrated with those lows when things go. But I always know, like, if talking about those lows, it's like, if you had a bad day yesterday and things didn't go your way, or it was like a down day, or people didn't sign up, that was yesterday. Mm-hmm. Today's today. And I move on. I don't dwell on that. And I think that's a big thing, to just every day I refocus and I regenerate my fuel and my desires, and I go from there. And
that's so good. Zena, real quick, Shauna asked, how do you set your office hours, and do you have set office hours?
Oh, that's a biggie. So, I was retired, and I had time with my wife, and then business comes along, and I still want to have that time. So I have been working out a plan where, for me, she plays tennis every day from 9 to 12. So I like to know that I'm working from 9 till 12. And then I like to think that Mondays, Tuesdays, and Wednesdays are my crunch day, my busy days. Talk to my clients, talk to my coaches, do my calls, do everything. So that Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday. Then, like, Thursday, Friday, and that's all our calls at night and everything. So that's that time. Thursday, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, I like to say, is family time. But of course, with somebody signing up for a new coach and do a health assessment with, I'm available, I'm there, and I fit that in. But those are my 9 to 12, and then my Monday through Wednesday, and then whatever I'm needed for from there. But it's always a juggle, and I'm always trying to perfect it.
Yep, that makes complete sense. I do the same thing. I set mine Monday through Thursday. Usually I cut it off in the afternoon Thursday, and then I try to keep Friday, Saturday, and Sunday protected for family and whatever I'm doing for the weekend. It helps me compartmentalize, but keep organized. And then, like Zena said, I have calls when necessary and whenever I can help other coaches or clients. But I try to keep it set that way too. But yeah, if you guys want to add in the chat, if you have other questions or how you do your office hours, we'd love to hear that too. I think as you're growing, you will probably grow into different office hours, right? If you're a brand new coach, you probably have maybe 2 hours that you designate to Optavia, and that's great. I would say have a couple hours devoted and just block that on your calendar. And then as you keep growing in Optavia, you'll probably find you're expanding to 4 hours and then maybe 6 hours, and you figure out what's a good balance for keeping up with your clients, doing the 3-3-3. And I would say if you can be consistent, that's where you're going to find the magic. That's one thing, Zena. Would you say is consistency one of your goals and priorities? Or
consistency? That's everything. I mean, that really makes a big difference. It's, you have to be focused. I mean, that was my word for last year. My word for the year was focus, and it really helped me get there. Because I could get scattered. I've got this artistic brain that wants to jump all over. So I like to keep that tunnel vision and focus to what I need. And we talked a lot about the mindset, Julie, about, a big tip for coaches in the mindset. And this is a big one for me because mindset is like everything. It's like when I was growing, I had to shift my mind to, I was just not getting my clients, doing my little thing. Who can get healthy? And I had this shift of the mindset to growth. How can I grow with the company, and what do I need to do? And it was just that mindset: keep growing, keep growing, keep going, keep going, keep going, keep growing. And and I love the different stages of senior coach, manager, director, whatever. And let's say director, just for that, that's a big deal. That's a big deal. And I always say, rah, rah, and yay, yay, that's great. But then I like to say, don't stop there. Executive director.
Exactly.
Then don't stop there. Then what's next? Where can I go next? And it's the fact of that for me is like the higher, the more that title, that's like, oh my God, look how many people I'm helping. Look how many lives are transforming. That's how I see it. So I don't want to just stay in one place. I want to keep going. It was like, I was talking to somebody about where I was, and I thought, oh, well, in the next 3 months, I want to stay here. And it's like, no, why am I putting that? I want to get to that next place. Think of that and how many people are getting healthy. So, so I really, just the mindset.
That's huge.
Is really a lot. That really changed a lot for me.
That's awesome. Well, I want to take a sec to pause. Does anybody have any specific questions? Because we have a couple more questions we want to ask, but I want you guys to be able to ask questions too. Anybody have anything else you want to dive in right now and ask? Raise your hand because I think we're on a couple different screens. In the chat, I'd love for us to see too, if you guys can put in there, how long have you been coaching? Because that's one thing we wanted to, before we finish up our call tonight, is how everybody's coming from a different perspective, right? Because we have a huge team. Some of you have been coaching. Okay, Beth, awesome, 3 years. And then Val, 6 months. Julie, 1 month, yay. Okay, so we have all different perspectives. 1.5 years. Oh my gosh, already? Shauna, that's awesome. So I get to, it's great. Georgie just joined on my team, and she's been a coach for what, 2 weeks now?
Wow, great.
So, Zena, what would you say would be some of your biggest tips for new coaches? We'll start with that, and then we'll go into some of the senior, coaches that have been here with the company for a couple of years now.
Yeah, again, for the new coaches, I mean, there again, find your mindset. It goes back to that. The new coach, I mean, where are you? Where do you want to be? What are you looking for out of being the coach? Getting your clients healthy. What do you want? I mean, I think it's a big thing to take a look. I remember for me, I was focused on my clients. And then when I was at a convention or Go Global, one of them, it just switched for me to coaches. And so when that happened, I started taking a look at who 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 has the heart to help other people in all ways, physically, mentally, and financially. And so for that new coach, get all the learning you can. Listen to go into our back office to the share. I mean, everything is in there. Everything you ever need to know is every YouTube, every learning that you ever want is there. So get all that information so you have it. A lot of times I hear a new coach say, but I don't know everything, so I don't want to, it holds me back. We have all the learning. Just go for it. Just learn, see, ask questions. Always ask questions, and start looking around to the people that you think can make a difference in others' lives as far as coaching, and switch that mindset from client to coaching to coaches, and that changes the whole picture for you as well.
That is so true. I think I have a couple tips to add to that. And then I know, Zena, we talked about working with our mentors, so I know we want to dive into that. Mm-hmm. But if you guys aren't familiar with or if you're a brand new coach, something that I like to provide, or what I do for my clients that are new, if they have questions, do you guys know about the client, what is it? Client answers and coach answers. Spit it out. If you guys just Google Optavia client answers and Optavia coach answers, we have a wealth of information there. Mm-hmm. So if clients will ask you, like I've had clients ask me, say, hey, what about multivitamins? So I'll go to Optavia client, the answers there, type it in, it'll give you the information, and you can just send that to your client. And they'll be able to click on that, and then they have a huge resource at their fingertips. So it's not like you have to be the answer for every single question for them. There's a resource for them. There's also one for us as coaches, and you can go in there and ask questions as a coach. It's Optavia Coach Answers, and there's a ton of information. Like if you want to know, how do I help my clients set up their second order with the new website? You have a video there that you can send. So there are so many resources there. So that's one of my favorites. If you guys don't use that yet, go back and look at Optavia Coach Answers, Optavia Client Answers, and just Google it, and you'll get lots of helpful info there. So Zena.
Two other things. Does everybody know about, as far as the trilogy, the bit.ly trilogy playbacks? Does everybody know about that? Okay, because I just showed it to two coaches today that didn't know. You have a physician you want to share, it's all there. A dentist, it's there. Someone, a mom, there. Anyone in the physical body building, it's there. I mean, whatever it is, you go there. I know for me, I used to Google, YouTube, and try to find it, and I'm spending all this time. It's all there. And also the other thing about just recently was out, I'm not exactly sure, Julie, what it was called, the basic training, that video that came out where that is an absolute must. You go in there, it's almost like a test they take you through after each chapter. They'll ask you questions, you do the test, you see, fabulous. I mean, if anyone hasn't done it, do it. Make sure all your people do it. I think that's bottom line.
You're talking about the new training system?
That it's like the basic training or something. Yeah. Yep. Everybody should be doing that and going through that.
Does anybody know where to access that at your fingertips real quick that can tell us? Just unmute yourself if you know where that's at. Beth, do you know where it's at? Go ahead if you unmute.
I'll look for it and post it.
Okay,
that's good.
That'd be awesome. I know it's I saw it in my email, but clearly not all of us have dived into it myself. So that's a really great resource for new coaches, and I think for even us that have been coaching for a while, it would give us a lot of helpful tips.
Definitely.
And I think the other thing you said, Zena, is if you guys go to YouTube, it's on YouTube, and you just search for Optavia, and they have their own YouTube channel. So you'll be able to find the link for past Wednesday night the Habits of Health calls. And then they also have a separate link for the trilogy calls that Zena mentioned. So if you just go to YouTube, look up Optavia, and then you'll get to see all the past calls there. But if you guys can't find it, you're welcome to post in our coach page, and we'll find it all for you guys. And then I think Carol, there we go. So Beth, you're unmute. If you want to unmute, where exactly is it? Do you know?
Everybody got an email today that had the link.
Oh, really?
So I just copied it from the link. It's the if you go to Coach Answers and the Optavia Learning Center.
Awesome.
If you haven't set up an account, you can set up a new account, or if you set up your account, you can go in and then it takes you to where you left off. It's awesome. I agree with Zena. It's fantastic.
Yeah. And another thing, like I just showed 2 coaches today how to set up the newsletters. So we get that newsletter. That's awesome. You then go in and put your name and picture on the bottom and send that out to your clients. You know, a lot of people aren't doing it or don't know where, but we have all those answers right there. And our new technology is really friendly, and you go in there to your library and share, and it's all there under newsletters, and then edit, and you can just, your name will come up, and it's very exciting. And put your picture in, send it out to your clients, build your little or your client
contacts in there
folder.
Yep,
yeah,
exactly.
Yeah.
All right, so before we run out of time, I know one of the biggest things that we've heard from Optavia, and we know that if you are doing this, you know that it's such a huge help, is working with your mentor and working with a team versus trying to do it all on your own. Zena, what would you say? How did that help you, and how are you helping your coaches?
Okay, so again, with long-term coaching, I go back to visualize what you want your life to look like. Visualize that. At one of the, again, global or the convention, they talked about the seagull. And I didn't know what they were talking about for the longest time. And I'm picturing the bird, the seagull, and I'm trying to put everything together. And then I got it. You're seeing your goal, seagulls, and then follow that and stay. I like to have my creation. My goal, my creation that I like for myself. This is important, I think, for people to visualize what you want, and it's like then you can get there. But if everything is like helter skelter and up in the air, it's like following a roadmap. That's a great thing. So, like for me, I'm an international leader. That's my vision. And that's where I want to be. And that's where I'm going. But, you know, the biggest thing of everything, like this may be the last thing, but it's definitely not. It's the biggest thing that I think is don't fly solo. Get with your mentor. Get with your business coach. Link arms with your mentor. This is not to be done alone. We want to help you. They want to, I mean, for me, D is everything. Where do I need to go next, D? What do I need to do next, D? How can I get there, D? I may not know, but she'll help me. She'll show me the way. And this is, it's Optavia always talks about us doing this together. We're all here together. I know I called Julie and I asked Julie things, and she'll help me, and whoever it is, you know, we all are there for each other. And when you just do it by yourself, it can be scary, it could be lonely, but when you do it together with your mentor and your team, it's exciting, and you get to see that growth faster, and we're all here together to watch us all help all these people get healthy, and it's that's the way to go. Don't go solo.
That's so true. And I think if you guys work with a business coach who may not be available, or you're struggling to get answers, feel free to post in our coach page. That's what it's there for. So if you have questions or need a quick answer, use our coach page, because we have clearly, there's 24 of us on right now, and a big group that's not on, but there's so much knowledge within our team. So don't be afraid to post that. And like Zena said, lean into each other. Katie asked Zena, how long have you been coaching?
I've been a coach since July 16th, 2017.
So this summer it'll be 3 years.
God, really?
Did you say 16 or 17?
17.
So this summer it'll be 2 years.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Yep. And it's been the greatest gift that I have been given, to be able to do this. This is a joy. So my heart's full, and I'm loving it, and I'm having fun.
Amen.
I'm having fun. You can be anywhere, you can travel, you can do anything. You don't stop your life. You continue your life, and you take it along with you. So I wasn't on that international team boat, but last night we went on a sunset sail, and the guy that's, showing us where we are, what we're doing, guess what? I need a Spanish coach. He speaks Spanish. His wife and him, they're going to come along, because I was out sailing and talk my business, and I have someone. So wherever you are, put it out there, because it's amazing what develops. Amen. And I will change their life by just opening up my mouth. Their life will change. So that's joy.
That's what Katie called having your Zena moments. Don't be afraid to share. And I think just to wrap it up, thanks so much for answering all that, Zena, and giving us your tips. So helpful. I know Ron Gels, he's one of our team leaders, and he always says, eat the food, talk to people, and have fun.
That's
he's walking proof of that. And I think if I can encourage you guys with anything, that we are in such we're blessed. What we have is such a gift, right? We all know that. But I think we can have the tendency of making it, overcomplicating it, and making ourselves overwhelmed. And so Ron always is a reminder to me of just keep it really, really simple, and just eat the food, talk to people, and have fun. And it will all come full circle, and we'll stay motivated, but it'll be fun for us and not get overwhelmed. So thank you guys for jumping on tonight with us. I hope this was helpful. He is such a sweet man, Shauna.
I love Ron. And when he calls you, because you've moved up somewhere, it's the most exciting phone call ever.
He's so happy.
So I love him. Yeah.
We want our clients to say that about calls with us, right? And our coaches.
Yeah. Thank you, everyone, for being here.
There's no leadership call, if I saw that right. Is that correct? Because they're all on the boat. So you guys enjoy your half an hour. Maybe you can use it to do the 3-3-3 tonight or something productive. So great to see you guys.
Bye, everyone. Thank you.